So first of all, a security problem. Secondly, I'm never one to just hop on a trend immediately to try to figure out what's going on, because often at times it comes with bad consequences, and this is what you see happening to this app right now. In addition to the fact that I've even heard of multiple people getting sued because there are false claims, false information, and it's ruining people's reputation. So although myself, I'm not necessarily worried about anything that's going on there because I've never done anything, the point is that there are a lot of people and a lot of men that wind up getting false accusations because it only takes one person to have a bad breakup, similar to what she's saying, a person that works for the T-App, and women are mad because it's a man behind the T-App, meaning that it's a mad money grab. Money knows no bounds. Don't talk about, I felt safe because I thought it was a woman developer. You ain't think nothing. You never even researched to find out if it was a woman developer. And a woman developer could be capitalistic also. But people are feeling some type of way because it's a man behind it, and it only takes one false accusation, somebody having a bad breakup, they don't like the person anymore, they don't want nobody else dating them, or they young and ignorant and inexperienced, and so they don't really understand the implications of what their actions are, and then that translates into somebody making false claims about somebody else, or embellishing stories, or ruining their reputation, and we've seen it happen, and people just think that you're supposed to take somebody's word for it. Absolutely not. I don't even take people's reviews serious unless I see multiple different reviews that are saying the same thing, or I see it for myself. And so now that you have people feeling some type of way, coming out and saying, hey, listen, this is not true, or guys, and people are filing lawsuits and they get defamation lawsuits, and they are getting defamation lawsuits, and don't think for 1 second that they can't pull the IP of the person that left these reviews. People are feeling some type of way. But let's get to the rest of her story and see what she got to say.
Was delayed. I was essentially told to be quiet and follow his process. My hours were cut, and eventually he cut my pay by 2/3. This was not something that he agreed with me on. He unilaterally decided that, and eventually he ended my working relationship with him. Again, I brought up several concerns right before this happened, and upon essentially terminating our contract, I received text from him saying that I reached out to help and kind of implying that I should be working for him for free. And I, of course, didn't respond because I'm not going to work for a platform that I felt was not staying true to its mission in advertising, and there was concerning matters. And I'm not going to work for someone who is making money off of this, and I'm doing the work for free. When I shared my story with this woman as well, she had a very similar experience. I'm hoping that she shares her because it's not my story to tell. But I do believe that there's other people who also work for him who had a very similar experience. Now, again, if you want to continue to support the app, by all means, feel free to do it. I personally feel that if you're a victim of domestic violence, I don't feel that this is a safe platform. You can make your own decision and decide from there what you'd like to do. I would not.
So if you're a victim of domestic violence, let's think about this for a second. Do you think that the best idea is to go on an application to try to ruin somebody's reputation? Or do you think that it's better for you to either contact somebody close to you or file a police report or something like that? Because I have a hard time believing that the best course of action for somebody that is a domestic violence victim is to go on the T-App. That's your first line of defense? Okay, let's get into it.
Honestly recommend anyone working for him based on my experience and this other woman's experience. Mine was not a one-off. I am highly concerned about their actual mission, the facts behind it, and their process. I will also say that I have been in contact with some lawyers who have opened lawsuits, and I do believe that people need to protect themselves. I'm highly concerned with everything going on. Again, you can do with that information what you will. Some things I just can't say because I did sign a contract. I'm speaking on the things that I can absolutely say, and I hope that, you know, this sheds light on everything and people see that, again, two things can be true at the same time. And I hope that I can also connect with other people who have gone through the same thing, so we can shed light on if this happened to other people.
It should be interesting how this plays out long term. Again, I think that it's stupid to even put yourself in a position to where you are the first to jump on a bandwagon of something that is not secure, to put yourself in a position to get sued for the wrong information and the wrong insight, and jumping on this whole thing that's not going to necessarily translate into a good thing. And it's just bad. It's bad to try to ruin people's reputations because you may not necessarily have had a great experience, or you was a person that get dumped. Like I said, I don't care if they release a male version. I don't care what it is. I don't think, and me and Slimmy was talking about this on After Hours, that men are supposed to move like because women are gossip girls, and then B, I just think that it's a very destructive thing, and I don't even believe all women. So why would I ever put myself in a position to have a conversation with somebody that is willing to be on it? Y'all need to be very careful with who you vet to be around you, because anybody can say anything about anybody, and you just don't want to ever find yourself in a situation where you have to sue somebody for defamation. Make sure you tap into the Patreon, link is in the description. Teach Envy 40% off your first month, 20% off for life. I love you, I appreciate you. Let me know what y'all think inside in the comments.
Times, a journalistic brand thought to represent leadership and trustworthiness around the world, recently unleashed a barrage of attacks on Shenyang Dance Company, established by Chinese whose faith is persecuted in China. These articles are a bizarre combination of cherry-picking, fallacies, and failures to disclose conflicts of interest. The articles were published.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
What's your first name?
Sheffrin.
Sheffrin?
Yes, sir, Sheffrin.
Okay. What do you got?
I'm 23. I currently have a photography business and a shoe business, and I was just wondering, from your experience, I know I've been watching you for the past month. I just want to, some information based on when you moved to Atlanta. How do you insert yourself inside of those rooms with very high value people?
Well, I'm 51 years old and I have a wealth of experience.
Yes, sir.
That's how. I mean, I have something to offer. I mean, you have two businesses at 23. Where do you live?
Maryland.
Huh?
Maryland.
With whom?
With two other people in an apartment.
Okay. Are they your relatives or are they other guys?
Guys.
All right. So, why do you have two businesses at 23?
Just coming out of college.
Did you finish college?
Yes, I have my associates, but I'm going back to get my bachelor's.
Okay. Where are you going to go get your finish school?
Mass communications.
To do what?
To either do marketing or to, help my business grow.
No. Stop.
Yes, sir.
No. Mass communications is a waste of time. Let me say this. When black people get scared, they go to school. And that's a woman thing to do. That is one thing the black men have gotten. Sisters, I've said this before. When black women get scared, they go to school. We think by slapping degrees on the wall, it's going to make something. Young bro, you got an associates in what?
Mass communication.
Which is useless. It's absolutely useless. So to go into further debt, that's just wallpaper. It's not going to help you be an entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Photography. Which business is bringing in the majority of your revenue?
The shoe business.
What is in the shoe business? What do you do?
Necessarily just sell shoes to like my customers.
Are you actually selling? What kind of shoe business? That's vague. See, when
yes,
I'm explaining something. Remember I said high value men, the business has to be visible. See, I'm still trying to understand what you do. Do you buy shoes and flip them?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
that's not the shoe business. When I'm thinking of the shoe business, you actually are in manufacturing a shoe. You resell. Just flipping sneakers.
Breaking.
And
Yes,
then,
sir.
have you made any money? off of
What are you doing, yo?
Currently not.
Yes,
at this moment.
yes or no?
No, sir.
Then you don't have a photography business. So you're 23 years old and you're flipping sneakers.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't sound real sexy, does it?
It doesn't.
Because it's not. And you're going to go back to school to go into debt, looking for confidence, when you actually need to focus.
Yes, sir.
Where are you working to where you can collect some money every hour?
I'm currently a parent educator.